What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me live here on another little stream we're going to do where I'm going to animate the next episode of Lego Motel. So, actually, what I've been doing, just to update you guys, is shooting an entire season of Lego Motel. Right now, it's looking like about 6 episodes. It might go up to 7 episodes. But I figured if we're going to do this, if we're gonna make Lego Motel, I don't want to just put out like one episode and then have an indefinite break between episodes again. So I figured, all right, let's cut off season 4 where it's at, which was only 4 episodes, but that's okay because this next season is gonna make up for it. We're gonna do an entire season. It's basically all written. We have 2 episodes fully written, 1 episode like 99% shot. I'm gonna finish it up today on stream, and then the next few episodes I have the premises all blocked out, and I just need to fill it in with dialogue and get all the details done there. But yeah, so I'm sorry I haven't streamed in a while. I've had a lot of like freelance stuff come up. I just delivered the second draft of a script I'm doing for a client, and they're gonna go try to pitch that. And we're still working on the TV show. That's kind of ramping up a little bit again. We're gonna have to go start pitching that to some studios, and I've been kind of punching up the Bible and just all a bunch of stuff that's been keeping me busy. But it's a little bit later than I thought it was going to be that I could get back into Lego Motel and all that. But the plan is right now for the channel is shoot an entire season of Lego Motel and then edit and deliver the episodes one per week so we can really get a rhythm going on there and have that kind of consistency with the show so we can get people really into the series. Because I know you guys would really like it if we could have like an episode a week for a month or so at least, and that'd be great. So the idea is Lego Motel all summer, and then as soon as I have all of the season shot, and I'm planning on having the whole season shot by this time next week, and then by maybe not this Friday but the Friday after, we'll start dropping episodes. The first episode will come out, which is a really good one. I'm really proud of that. And then the next week another episode will come out, and that one is like an all Batman episode, Batman centered episode again, and that one I think might be one of my favorites of all time. I don't know. We'll see. It's going really well. I've had a lot of time obviously to think of new episode ideas, and we're going to be doing all sorts of things. We're going to do a Harry and Dumbledore episode this season. Like I said, we're going to do a Batman episode this season, and we're going to have a lot of stuff with the original Lego Motel crew and cast. We got people like Palpatine coming back. We're going to introduce some new characters that are pretty interesting. The Fast and Fried plot is coming back a little bit. So that's going to be really fun. JTH Studios is asking, will the episodes be serialized again? That's a really good question. In a sense, there will be repercussions from one episode to the next. Some things won't carry over, but some things definitely will. Starting right off the bat with episode 25, we're gonna jump right back into acknowledging that Fast and Fried exists. That's going to be a thing. Palpatine will be back. And there'll be a new product that Palpatine's trying to push. And that's going to be a little bit of the premise of that episode. And things will happen in that episode that will carry over for the rest of the season. But you can jump in on any episode this season, pretty much. Like, it'll be... You could watch it all as one big story. You could watch the whole series all the way through this new season, and it'll seem kind of a little bit like it's like there's some kind of continuity, but basically you could watch each episode and they'll be enjoyable on their own, but there will also be some sort of cohesive structure to it. I finally know what I'm doing this summer, says Volt Equinox. Right on. That's awesome. Oh yeah, okay, so happy birthday to Oak99. It's his birthday today. I'm flattered that you're spending your birthday watching my stream. That's awesome. Yeah, okay, you're at a restaurant with your family. You want me to leave the stream public? Yeah, I'll leave it public definitely for a little while. So, alright, so if you guys noticed here on my screen, I have this website open called Game of Bricks. Also, let me know in the chat if the audio is okay, if you can hear me alright. I would appreciate that. What's going on, Ghost? It's good to see you in the chat. LLO Cinema, what's going on? You want Gollum in the new season? Alright, I'll see if I can make that happen. Lego versus Minecraft, what's going on, my dude? JTH Studios, what's going on? I already answered your question, but also, hi. Alright, so here I have the website called Game of Bricks. Now, these guys are awesome. They make a really great product. They reached out to me for a partnership, and they were like, hey, let me send you one of our light kits that we used. Basically, they make little light kits where they build tiny LEDs that emit a really good amount of light, and they build them into Lego parts designed to fit in with sets that you already own, whether it's the modular sets or Marvel, Star Wars, Harry Potter. You know, they make all sorts of different sets. And not only is it a fantastic product, but it's just really well put together. And for some reason, I was just expecting to get lights and then like instructions on how to put those lights into Lego pieces. But no, you actually get the piece from the set with the light already built into it. So those are really cool. So I actually have a set right here I can show you guys that they sent to me. It's for the Parisian restaurant. That's something I use a lot in my videos as a backdrop for whether it's the Batman series or Lego Motel or basically any of my stuff except for like Lord of the Rings or medieval stuff where you wouldn't have a restaurant. But so it's a company based in London, UK. So if you live in that country, they're right near you. But they also deliver overseas, which is really awesome. So pretty much, I'm pretty sure wherever you are, you can get these sets. So let's just go into this thing and see what it is. But actually, I do want to take a minute and just appreciate, like, I was impressed how sleek the box is. Like, the presentation is really nice. They tell you a little bit about the company on the back here. So that's pretty cool. So we go inside here, all right, and you get the first thing that I noticed, which was really cool, is inside this bag, you get like this little power strip. It's like a little mini power strip with a USB thing on it, and you can use like your iPhone block charger thing. You can plug it into your laptop to get 5 volts of power and all that. And basically this thing is like a tiny little power strip, and you plug each individual light fixture you want to use into it, and each one has its own on and off switch. So you can kind of control which light fixture is on at which time. So that's really cool. I used this thing a couple of times shooting the most recent Lego Motel episode I finished, and that's been a lot of fun. So in here, they give you a little plastic box with the light fixtures for that specific set. And most of them have come, you know, pretty neatly coiled up. One was a little tangled, but it's not a big deal. And this one caught my eye right away. This is super cool. Because I just wasn't expecting this at all. Like, the Parisian restaurant comes with a lamppost, right? So I have that over there. But this just comes with a whole brand new lamppost with the light already built in. And let me plug this in real quick and just kind of show you how this works. So here I have a power strip. Oh, let me actually, yeah, I think I have a free slot here. All right, I'm gonna plug this into my computer. I just want to show you guys how cool this is. Okay, so you got your little power strip here. You're going to plug in your light fixture. Alright, so that's plugged in. And then let me get you a better view here for a second. Okay, so here's the power strip. And you flick it on. You get a little blue light here to let you know that it's on. And there's your light fixture. And the wires are really thin, so you can kind of sneak that through Lego sets and all that. It's really cool. It's just a really awesome little thing. It's got 4 slots here. I assume if you get one of the bigger sets, you're going to end up with either a bigger power strip. Maybe they give you more power strips. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see until I get a bigger set of light fixtures from them and see how that actually comes. But overall, very cool little product. They're cool enough to help me organize a giveaway on this channel. So when the first episode of Lego Motel comes out of Season 5, at the end of the video I'm going to have all the details for a giveaway. You're pretty much just going to have to like, share, subscribe, comment, that whole, run the whole gambit there, and you'll be entered to win a light kit. I'm pretty sure it's the Avengers Showdown from Endgame. It's like the at the airport or all that. Let me see if I can pull up that set. Let's look at some of the stuff they have just so you can get an idea of, just a better idea of how this stuff works. Avengers Compound Battle. So this is the one that we're going to be giving away to you guys. Well, to one of you guys. And this one's actually really impressive because you get lights that work on a vehicle. So you can actually have a super realistic looking vehicle, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I feel like a lot of you guys also do this type of animation, so you might find a lot of value in these types of sets. And for me, like I I've been using like my iPhone lights. I have a couple of iPhones. Like here's my old fixture. I still use it, but it's really nice to have this new set that's cool. It's basically an iPhone. It's my old iPhone with a stud piece like taped onto. That's so ghetto. Like it's just a really scuffed setup, and it's a lot cooler to have like a legitimate thing with a little power strip. I feel like I'm on like a little miniature like Steven Spielberg movie set. It's actually pretty awesome. Yeah, Brotherhood Workshop uses those. That's awesome. Yeah, so these guys are great. So there'll be more details about the giveaway pretty soon. So what the plan is for the stream is I'll chat with you guys for a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna put the stream on the Be Right Back title, and I'm just gonna set up my my little movie set here, and then I'll be back with a different camera angle doing animation. I'll be animating the last few shots that I need for Lego Motel episode 25, and yeah, so you'll be able to see that. The sets are really useful. Your mom 1080 says, "Yo, bring back Lego Motel, please." Yeah, Lego Motel is actually coming back. I'm shooting a whole season of the show right now, and I have one episode pretty much in the bag. I'm gonna do the last few shots for you guys in a little bit, in probably a couple of minutes, and then all this week I'm trying to knock out one episode a day. 25 is a little bit of a longer episode, but everyone after that is only going to be a couple, 2 or 3 minutes long. That's the goal. So I'll be able to, by this time next week, have an entire season of 6 or 7 episodes shot for the most part. And all I'll have to do every week is just kind of put it together, do the voices, produce the video in post-production, and then send that out to you guys. So the goal is going to be like every Friday or something, there'll be an episode of Lego Motel for hopefully the next 6 or 7 weeks. Trying to go for at least 6 episodes this season. I'm going to try to squeeze out 7, but I don't want to compromise the quality of it, and I don't want to go too long. I'm limiting myself to about 7 to 10 days here to shoot the whole season so that I can move on to the next, the final episode of Lego Batman Arkham City. That's volume 5. You guys have been waiting like over a year for that, for those of you guys who like my Batman series, so I don't want to let that go for too long. I want to get that out during the summertime when people are going to be around to watch it. Sheev did nothing wrong. Right on. Will Harley Quinn be in season 5? Maybe. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. You're definitely going to see Joker because he's in episode 26. But I don't want to say too much because there's a lot of writing that's yet to be done. I've been just going through some of the episode ideas in this season. I've been trying to write since last March. I scrolled back in my notes when I was putting together the scripts for the season. And by scripts, I mean like pretty vague outlines with little pieces of dialogue that I then do most of the writing once it's shot and I'm figuring out the dialogue. But I was just going through and I had an idea from a year ago and I was just like, why am I not doing this one? Let's add it to the list. And I just kept kind of getting all my best ideas together. And I think that might be what I do from now on is maybe every year or so, I take some time and I put together a whole season of Lego Motel and I release it for a month and a half, 2 months every week. And then I can move on to other projects like Batman and Boba Fett and Middle Earth and whatever else I'm doing. JTA Studio says, I envy the fact that you can do one of these a day. Do one of what a day? What am I doing every day? Are you talking to me? What? Alright. Let me, Okay, so I'm pretty much... So, moral of the story is Lego Motel is coming back. There's going to be a whole season of it, just for those people that are just joining. And there's going to be like 6 episodes. I'm going to try to shoot for 7, but there's going to be 6 episodes. I'm going to put us on the Be Right Back screen for maybe a minute or two while I set up my little set here. I'm going to get a base plate, I'm going to get a building, and we're going to get some coverage on the last scene that I need to shoot for Lego Motel episode 25. Alright guys, so I'm going to be right back. Oh, I can shoot a whole episode in a day? That sounds crazy. Yeah, 25 took a couple of days, but all the other ones are going to be fairly short, and they're so simple. It's just like, person walks into a room, they talk, cut to next scene. You know what I mean? That's very much how these coming episodes are structured, and there's a lot of humor in it, and it's all about the jokes. I don't know if there's really gags. It's more like situational, dialogue-based humor. some couple of visual gags, I guess, but we'll have to see. I'm still writing a lot of them, but yeah, I've been able to do one episode a day just because I'm cranking these out, and I'm trying to just purely just knock the rust off of my gears so I can deliver a really impressive Lego Batman Arkham City Volume 5. So this is good practice for animation. The footage for episode 25 of Season 5, episode 25 of the series, episode 1 of Season 5, sorry guys, is looking really good. It's like probably some of the better cinematography in Lego Motel, if not the best. But okay, so I have the best Mace Windu impression, yeah. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to put us on the Be Right Back screen. I'll be back in like 1 minute, 2 minutes. I'm going to have my setup ready to go, and we'll do some animation. Okay, so I'll see you guys in just a minute. Alright, we're back. Let's see if we can get a decent angle going on here of the set. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to have to move a few things. So basically I just grabbed my base plate, dropped this Parisian restaurant over here, and we're just going to be using the front of it almost like a facade. So we don't need like a whole bunch of light fixture stuff going on. I'm definitely going to be using those a lot more with the Lego Batman series, but what's going on, Jolly Critic? Okay, so I think that's a decent angle. That's not terrible. Alrighty. So the next thing I'm going to want to do here is start basically lighting the set. So here's the old little street lamp here, and here's the Game of Bricks one. But before I light this up, I'm just going to grab a little thingamajig here. It's like a little lens blower, cleans dust off of things. I'm just going to blow the set down a little bit and make sure there's no dust on anything, because I haven't used this set yet, except I used the back side of it for one scene, but I haven't used the front yet. Alright, that should pretty much do it. I don't think it's going to be like super in focus. Alright, now I'm going to want to grab my wider lens. So we're just going to do the wider coverage of the scene right now. With this is the lens I generally use. It's a zoom lens. It's 24-105, so it covers the same focal length as the lens on here, but this lens is macro, and it has a wider aperture. It goes all the way up to 2.8, so it lets in a lot more light. So this is what I'm generally using for close-ups or just even medium shots where I need to physically bring the camera closer in. This one is good for wider shots that are far away, so I'm going to put this on just to get the establishing shot of the scene. Up like that. I'm going to pop the bottom off of this. Let's put that back here. We'll pop the lens off of here, and we'll switch them. Oh, well, thank you so much for the love for my Arkham City films. There's a new one coming after I finish this season of Lego Motel. If you're just joining us, I'm shooting an entire season of Lego Motel right now. This is basically the last couple of shots of the first episode of season 5, and this is a bit of a longer episode, so it took a couple of days to shoot, but the rest of the episodes this season I'll be able to shoot in about a day. So let's just see if the angle's alright, and then we'll start turning lights on. I'll pull back a little bit. We can do that. Okay, so alright, I want to level the camera out a little bit. Here, let's show you what I'm doing a little bit here. So I'm just making sure that it's level. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Okay, that's looking good. So this is a nighttime scene. So usually I would have a really bright light like this on, but I'm not gonna use that for this scene. Now we can turn on our little baby street lamp over here, and that's looking really good actually. Alright, and we can do that. Let's pan a little bit this way, and I'm seeing a little bit of my desk over here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my iPad. So what I usually do in this type of situation is I grab my iPad, and then I have like a bunch of just images here that are like night sky, city. Let's see if we can get a night one. Yeah, here. Okay, so this is Coruscant at night. That'll pretty much work because it'll be out of focus in the background. So we'll put that there. And that's going to create the illusion that there is this world beyond the set. So here's what we're looking at for my setup. Very, very simple stuff. I can turn this off so you can kind of see a little bit better. I'm going to need that light when I'm shooting, but just to show you here. So we have this building. It's like a nighttime setup here where like presumably the restaurant's closed, and we have a little night sky going on in the background. And with the camera settings done right, it's going to look really good on camera. So here it looks way too dark. So to make it look good on camera, I'm going to need to turn that light on over there. So yeah, it looks too bright on the webcam, but it looks really good right there. All right, on. We got some voice actors in the chat. Studio Smith says, I will bow before these episodes like the Ewoks did when they saw C-3PO. Can't wait to hear those voices again. Thank you so much, man. That's awesome. It's really cool to know that people are anticipating the stuff I'm working on. So, oh yeah, all right. So this Game of Bricks light setup here, it's just plugged right into my laptop. So as you can see, that's what I got going on here. We can even maybe get another part of the setup going, but you know, I think we'll be good with this. For now, let me also show you something else I use for lighting. All right, so we have this thing. This is another handy tool. You can just kind of get this on Amazon. It's just like a little handheld work light that flips open here. Here, let's turn this around so I can show you. Yeah, pretty wide angles here. I use this for a lot of stuff. I paint a lot of miniatures and post them on Instagram. I use this to kind of light those most of the time. It's just, you get a lot of different angles with it. You know, and it lights up pretty bright. Okay, so I'm going to put that like over here, leaning up against the set. Okay. We'll turn that on, and that'll kind of give it some nice dimension, some color here. And then when we look at it in the viewfinder, I don't know if you can see that terribly well, but it just looks better. It just fills out the set a lot more. We're getting a really good nighttime look here. So I think our whatever white balance I was using on the last scene is going to work fine on this. How old am I? I'm 25. So a little bit older than you guessed, but that's okay. Oh, we got someone who's been watching since the first Lego Motel episodes in here. That's amazing. That's always good to see. That was like 10 years ago now, so that's pretty crazy. Alright, so with this lighting setup, it's not going to work as well to have the camera over there. So we'll get it right up in the set here. So the idea here is, this is your classic commercial for a prescription medication, is how this episode is opening up. And we're going to have our talent here. This is the character. She's going to be just walking kind of down the street, and then she'll stop and look toward camera. And we'll have an announcer kind of talking to her, selling her this product. So it's basically just going to be a wide shot where that happens. So we're going to have her just kind of walk down the street and then stop and look toward camera, like I said. Okay. Okay. This light might need new batteries, actually. It's starting to die on me. Okay. So this one needs new batteries, too. So I'm just going to put some new batteries in this one and switch them out. So, just going to pop this thing open. Grab all the dead batteries out of here. These are batteries that have been sitting around for so long that they just die after maybe an hour or two of using these lights. Like, my brother bought this gigantic box of batteries like 3 years ago. And 3-year-old batteries, 4-year-old batteries do not last as long as brand new batteries. So I've been going through them so much. It seems wasteful, but they just die so quickly that I have to replace them pretty much every time I shoot something. Okay, so crack this open. What got me into making stop motion videos? Pretty much, I forget what it's called, but there was this one animation. I think it was like the first Lego Batman animation ever on YouTube in like 2005 or 2006. And it was like someone had made a custom Batman minifigure. There had been no Lego Batman line. That was really cool. I really liked that. And then I saw I started watching Forest Fire 101 stuff, and that really inspired me. And I kind of picked up on his style quite a bit for a little bit there while figuring out what I was going to do, what my own kind of style was going to be for stop motion. And spoiler alert, my style is just being worse than Forest Fire 101. That's my style. No, but he's great. He was a really good inspiration. Oh God. So, all right, let's. There you go. We'll look at me. My 300 poster behind me. All right, so we'll just kind of put these used batteries over here. All right. So this is all set. We're just gonna pop the cover back over here. I thought this was gonna be really hard, like animating and doing a live stream, but it's actually not that. It's actually not that hard. What's going on, Gravity Films? How you doing, man? It's good to see you in the chat. FMF Productions saying, bro, where you been? I've had a lot to work on professionally as a screenwriter, and we're developing a TV show right now, and I just finished a second draft of a feature film script for a client, and they're kind of shopping that around to different studios, and we're gonna see where that goes basically. But that's what I've been busy with. I mean, that's actually paid work, so I have to put that before the YouTube channel a little bit. This YouTube channel is really my kind of my side hobby, and as fun as it is, it's not necessarily as well paying as my other work I'm doing. So okay, so this is a decent view of the set. Maybe we can go a little further back. Maybe is this gonna be a good angle? That's like too far away. All right, so we'll do a compromise. We'll compromise a little bit if we can. No, we can. No, there's too much clutter. All right, we're just gonna put it here. That's fine. That'll be fine. All right. So I'm just gonna brush some of the crud off of the set a little bit. When I'm shooting on the apartment set for Lego Motel, I do a very brief, I blow some air on it a little bit, and then I just leave all the crud and dirt on it. Because it's like they don't clean their apartment. It kind of gives that unique feeling. It's just they have this grimy apartment. I think that works well. But for everything else, I try to dust it down and make it presentable. Okay, so all right, so here's what my shot's looking like. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I promise you it's in focus in real life. But the webcam is having trouble focusing. So that's looking pretty good. So let's just plan out the shot here. So she'll be walking like that, doing like the South Park hop up and down. And then maybe right about there, she can stop and turn. Maybe right there. Yeah, well, let's get the actual light. Here, is that going to look good enough? No, you know what? We need more light on her face. So what I'm going to do is get my old iPhone with the orange light on it real quick, because that's just what I have handy. And I'm going to use this other light, hopefully this works, as like a support. Put this like that and give some extra light there. And that gives it a nice little other tone, almost like implying another street light or maybe another convenience store over to the left. So, okay, so I need more light on her face. So what I might want to do is just grab this light over here and kind of bring it down a little bit so that it's a little bit brighter. Yeah, okay, so now we have a really decent amount of light on her face. Okay. That's looking pretty good. All right. We also want the background to be kind of in focus too, so I'm just playing with the focus a little bit. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we're going to probably close down the aperture a little bit just to make it a little more nighttime-y. And that's solid. All right. That I'm happy with. Okay. Can I do the Mace Windu voice? What you talking about? Do the Mace Windu voice? What am I, some kind of dancing monkey just gonna do the voice whenever you ask me to? Man, get out of here. My lighting setup is lit. It is lit, technically and figuratively. But yeah, I would definitely recommend you guys, if you have a bunch of Lego sets and you don't really have room for more, but you want to make the sets you already have cooler, that's a case where you could definitely get into augmenting your sets with real lighting from Game of Bricks. There's a link in my description, and you can just go to that website and just kind of look around. They have some pretty affordable light sets over there. If you want to really splurge, they have a lot of expensive ones, but they also have just single light kits, different just little pieces you can buy, or different kits designed specifically for specific Lego sets. So it's really whatever you're in the market for, they got you pretty much covered. Okay, so we're going to start doing this. She's going to start, we'll start her about here. That's pretty good. Oops. So we'll start. Okay, I need to grab a stud to mark her trajectory here. So we're going to put a little red stud like here, just so we know that's where this is the line she's going to be walking along, just in case she pops off or something. And it's not on camera, but it is visible to me while I'm animating it. Okay, and we can actually start her a little further down. All right. And she'll end up here. Let's just test how that's going to look. Yep, that'll look fine. All right. Okay, cool. And what we can actually do, just to make sure we get as much light on her face as possible without over brightening the set, is we can slide an index card under here. And that's not going to be visible on my camera in my shot, but it's going to clear, it's visibly making a difference on her face. Like, let me see if you can see that. Like when you take it away, well, the camera's adjusting, but you can kind of see it brightens her up a little bit, so she is a little bit of a brighter object in frame. Okay, so for those of you just joining, I'm shooting an entire season of Lego Motel right now. This is kind of the end of episode 25, the first episode of season 5. And hopefully that'll be all done during the stream. And then later today I'm going to shoot episode 26 in its entirety. I don't know if I'm going to stream that. Probably not, because I need... when I'm shooting, I like to have a lot... It gets hot in here with all the lights and everything, so I like to have a bunch of fans on, and if I did that, I wouldn't be able to talk to chat. It would just be literally just me working, and I could talk, but you wouldn't hear it very well. Gravity Films Force has been writing a script for a new video recently. As a professional writer, do you have any tips? Yeah, general tips would just be write something that you like, that you're genuinely happy with. Don't feel that you need to write a certain way to make someone else happy at the expense of what you like, because it seems like you're writing something recreational that's just kind of for fun. So if that's the case, you definitely want to just make something that you like, that you're going to enjoy watching. If you make something that you genuinely enjoy or find funny or like or interesting or are scared by, whatever genre it is, chances are someone else is going to find it that way too. That's the most general advice I can give you without knowing what you're writing. Okay, so we're going to start animating. We'll shoot the first frame here. Just make sure my tripod's all tightened up so that it doesn't go moving on me here. Okay. Alright, so she's going to have a really, really simple walk cycle. It's just the popping up and down with both legs, like the South Park walk, basically. Because that's what I try to do in the comedies, and that's going to be how I get a whole season shot in 10 days, 7 to 10 days. Okay, so we're shooting the first frame. Okay, so now she's going to pop up between studs, and we shoot the next frame. Alright, and down. Okay, popping up. And back down. Okay, so now that I've shot a few frames, I'm going to actually go back and check my work here just to make sure, because there are a couple of reflective spots on the set, like windows and whatnot, that the camera's pointing directly at. And sometimes you can get a little flicker on those if you're not careful. So I'm just going to check to see if I'm getting flicker. So when I have flicker on the first frame, so that's not a big deal. I can just cut the first frame. But now I just got to watch and see where the flicker's coming from. Alright, so I need to just keep my arm down when I'm shooting every frame. My left arm is reflecting a little bit in the window, and since my arm can't always be in the exact same position, it's better to just make sure it's not visible in the reflection on the window, and that's going to keep the flicker from showing up. Okay, and we're still getting just a little bit of flicker, but it's not too much. It's a lockdown shot, so I can do I can fix that in post. Yeah, shooting a whole season in 10 days. You're right, Gravity Films. That's gonna be pretty tough. But I'm off to a great start. I shot most of an episode yesterday, like 99%. This is the last like 3 shots I'm doing right now, and the rest of the episode was shot yesterday. And that one's gonna be about 4 minutes long, maybe 5. And the trick is just kind of cranking it out. It's about the jokes. It's about making sure the premise of the episode is funny, the writing is enjoyable, and we're doing something fun with the characters. And as long as we're doing that, the animation can really just be cranked out. I don't have to do something special. When I move on to something like Lego Batman Arkham City Volume 5 after this season is done, once this season's done and I'm in the process of editing and delivering each of those episodes once a week, I'll also not only just be editing that stuff, but I'll also be shooting frames for the next Lego Batman, and hopefully that'll be ready to go. KJ's Reviews in Stop Motion, what's going on, man? Good to see you in the chat. Alright, so she's popping up again. This is like the most simple, easy walk cycle of all time. This requires no skill, and I'm relying entirely on the humor of the writing and the relative quality of the lighting and cinematography to carry this incredibly average animation style. Will you have Harry Potter or Dumbledore returning? Yeah, we have a Harry and Dumbledore episode planned this season. The plan is, I think, every season from now on, we're going to do a Batman-centric episode and a Harry and Dumbledore-centric episode. I think that's the goal here. Okay. So she's almost at her point here where she can stop and look toward camera. And it's going to be the kind of thing with an announcer like, do you feel sad sometimes? You know, that whole thing. And it's gonna be pretty funny, guys. Alright, and back down. Alright. I'll check my work a little bit here. You guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I don't even use stop motion software. I just kind of... Okay, that's some other scenes I shot. And then, alright, that's looking good. Sometimes the frames jump around like that in the camera, but it's smooth otherwise. So you got to get a running start here to get a smooth take on it. Yeah. So that's smooth so far. Picture of my cat marks the end of the scene. I've been using that on the camera for a while. Okay. Alrighty. So she's down, so she's going to pop back up in the next frame. And then back down. Yeah, Mickey Mouse is in this next episode. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a little bit of a doozy. I'm dealing with a lot of... I think that's kind of one of the better things about Lego Motel, or one of the more interesting things is I deal with more mature topics that you wouldn't expect in a Lego brick film. Like, yeah, we're making fun of Mickey Mouse and he's funny and all that, but... Yeah, once I introduced Mickey Mouse last year, I knew I had to keep going. I had to keep going with Mickey Mouse. He's got to be a big character now. But I like that Lego Motel really, at least these next episodes, I don't know so much the rest of the series, but it does cover stuff that, there's like a message in the episodes now. You know, in the first season, obviously, those were just hilarious, just ridiculous stories, and there wasn't necessarily an interesting message. But I've been trying to put at least some sort of interesting message in each episode. Whether you look at something like an older episode like Fast and Fried, that there's a message in that episode, at least I like to think so. And these episodes this season are going to be a little bit like that, where they're covering current event topics but they're also evergreen. Because it's not like I'm talking about specific people. I'm talking about ideas and certain things, like accusing someone of something with no proof, abusing prescription medication. These are all things that are super general, but they're also, there's a strong message to be sent, and it's also really funny. So, all right, so she's turning around to address camera, and this is just a simple twist. I'm just kind of twisting her until her leg pops up, a little frame by frame. I usually err on the side of shooting more frames, so if I need to cut a frame, I can cut a frame, which is a lot easier than creating a frame that I should have shot, because that's basically impossible. You'd have to reshoot the whole scene at that point. Okay, so she's turning to look at camera. We're almost done with her little turn. Okay, and since her foot is sticking up, we're just going to put it halfway down like that. Shoot a frame, and then all the way down. And then we just have her land just a little bit. Just move her a little bit as if she's landing. Give us a little sense of gravity, a little bit of realism, as best we can, and then we'll finish it off with just a very slight move here. Yeah, that's a good moment. JTH Studio says his favorite deep, quote-unquote deep Lego Motel moment is the advice Indy/Han gets about his theme being canceled. Genuinely profound stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I always forget about that one. That one was pretty good, huh? Okay. Alright, so let's just do a playback on this shot before we move setups. Okay, so we'll get a running start here. We'll show you. You can see some footage we did before. It's Obi-Wan with the prescription pill bottle, talking about his new documentary with Palpatine and Mickey Mouse. I don't want to give too much away, but that's the gist of it. I'll just give you guys a rundown of all the footage here. Not all of it, but like most of it. So this is episode 25. This is your little sneak peek. Okay, there's Obi-Wan having a great time. High on prescription pills that he really shouldn't be taking. Because there are people that need prescription pills, but in this episode it's very clear he doesn't need them. So this is footage from Obi-Wan's documentary, and it's like, I tried to go for really cinematic lighting on here, like it's like an HBO documentary, like Leaving Neverland, something like that. Okay, and this is a good little shot here. It actually doesn't look terribly good on the webcam, but yeah, alright, so I think I might have gone too far back here. Yeah, so I mean, this isn't really that much of a spoiler. You're just kind of seeing some visuals here, but if you are super sensitive, you don't want to know anything about it, then avert your eyes now. Or, 5 minutes ago. Just seeing Obi-Wan puts a smile on your face, that's awesome. Yeah, there's something about the goofy, like, old 2004 Obi-Wan face that just makes me happy. Okay, so here, we're going into the shot we just did now. That should be coming up pretty soon. Nah, actually, it's going to be a little while. It's going to be, like, probably 20, 30 seconds before we see that. And this is all shot out of order, so I mean, there's no telling what order these scenes happen in, just from what I'm doing here, but you get a sense of the visuals. It looks so washed out on the webcam, but it'll look really good, I promise. Okay, so there's the shot I did, and her turnaround looks good, and her foot popping down. Alright, so we're good. Let's play that one more time. And backwards. Yep. Yeah, what's going on, Oak99? I'm glad you made it. That's my cat. Alright. Okay, cool. So we're good. We're clear to move on to the next shot. This is a fun scene because it's all from basically, it's one angle, but I'm just going to have to change the lens a little bit. Alright, so my little tripod here is getting a little loose. Let me just fix that. Alright. Okay. We got a little Tim Burton angle going on there. Alright. Okay. So we'll focus on the camera here. Okay, so I'm going to shut the camera off. And we're going to do a lens change. So just make sure that the back of this is loose. Pop this off. Switch this onto the back end cap here. Lens goes on. Nice cat. Thank you, Lego Pete. I appreciate that. Okay. Alright, so we got our macro lens on. Oop. And then we're going to move in for a close-up. And we need our prescription pill bottles, and that's over here. Let me just grab that. Okay. So we got our little prescription pill bottle for the commercial. Alright. Okay, so we're going to move in close on her. We're going to open up the aperture. There's not as much light in the frame now. I think that'll be good. Let's try to frame her in a similar way. She was there, so we'll keep her like a little bit lower in the frame, a little bit to the right. So this is what we're working with right now. And what I'm going to do is grab this index card, because now we can't see her feet or the ground. So we can move this card right up under her and get a lot of extra bounce light from there, and that lights her up a lot. Like, look, let me take the card away. Dark, kind of muddy. You put the card under her. Really, really nice. The focus of the shot's now on her a lot more. So I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me, because the microphone is a little bit far away. If I need to talk louder, I will talk louder. Let me know in the chat. One in the chat if you can hear me. Alright. So, okay, so that's kind of our setup here. It's really good when you're moving in for a close-up and you can't see the ground. Really, any shot where you can't see the ground, it's good to pop a card in there like that and just get some extra bounce light. Okay, so, alright. So this shot is basically, she's unhappy. She's got her unhappy face. We'll give her a little bit of a body twist here, just a hint to give her some life, some movement, like 3 frames, maybe tops, of movement, just so she seems like she's like a living, breathing thing, not a plastic figure. Okay, I'll check my work real quick. Okay, not bad, not bad. And then we will go, okay, so let me show you what I got. So we're cutting from that to that. Pretty good continuity of angles here. Obviously you can't have her as that, like, that low in the frame as she was in the previous shot, because then it would be just ridiculous framing. So you kind of have her in the same general part of the frame. It's looking good. Give her a little bit of movement so she seems seems like a living person. And then we're just going to switch out the face. I specifically picked a character who has an angry face and a happy face. So it's like before the medication and then after the medication. Okay, so here's her after the medication face. We'll give her the prescription pill bottle. And I wanted to do a scene like this because this scene is like right at the beginning of the episode, so it's not like I'm giving away a big gag or a big joke or something from the episode. It's just kind of... Alright, so the angle's the same. We'll probably do like a cheesy fade, like in some kind of commercial. Yeah, so the using the reflective card over there, that's like, I try to do that as much as possible. I learned that a while ago, that reflecting light is huge. Whether you're doing something like this or live action or whatever you're doing, it's so good to have bounce boards or flags, the opposite. Something like this card but black, to eat up extra light you don't want in the shot. That stuff is super useful. Alright, so we're shooting a frame, and then I'll put this down so I can shoot the rest of it. And then she'll be raising her hand with the bottle, kind of raising the prescription pill bottle into frame. And she's so stoked. She's got her happy face now. She's so happy to be on these pills. Okay, so we got her with the pill bottle all the way up. Looking pretty good. We'll check our work real quick. Yeah. That's looking good. Alright, I am still alive. Welcome to the chat, dude. Yeah, I had some business to take care of, you know? What are my thoughts on the last season of Game of Thrones? There were things I really, really loved about it, but overall it was super, super disappointing as the ending to such an amazing series. What did you think? I think we're pretty much good on this. I'll just pull focus to the pill bottle in case I want to use that. Okay, so I just basically pulled the focus a little bit at a time to, oh wow, yeah, well, on the webcam you can't tell the difference, it's just all out of focus, but yeah, so the focus went from her face to the pill bottle, just in case I need that. Oh, you liked it overall? Right on, man. Yeah, there was some great stuff, dude. I really loved the Battle of Winterfell with all, like, it was like a zombie war movie in medieval times. That was really cool. Like, there are some logical issues obviously in that episode, but just a lot of the things that happen with the characters, like I at certain points I was like tearing up. I was like so satisfied with what was going on. The finale I thought was disappointing, but yeah, Studio Smith, you're right. And Oak is right as well. It was a bit rushed, but for what it is, not terrible, not really that bad. Some people would disagree. They would say it was like absolutely awful. So here's my lighting setup. The Jon Snow being a Targaryen thing was definitely 100% thrown out of the window, and that was one of the more disappointing things. So we got our Game of Bricks light set up here with the various pieces to there. So we got the lamp post. We got our little power strip over there. Isn't that just the cutest thing ever? I don't know why. I just love the tiny power strip with the individual switches. That's just amazing. But yeah, so I got my lighting setup going on here with, I guess you call this the 4-point lighting. I guess this is more of an environmental light. It's doing a little bit to light the scene, but it's really just there to look super cool and add production value to the scene, whereas the heavy lifting is coming from the big lamp up here, this big light over here. But if you don't have this, it's hard to sell the nighttime scene. You don't want to have an unlit street lamp during a nighttime scene. So, and it looks super bright on webcam, because the webcam is obviously way brighter, but on here it actually looks really good. Even on the webcam it looks a little too bright, but in person it's going to look great. You can kind of see the reflection of my mouth, like in the door. Hey, I'm a door. That's ridiculous. All right. Yeah, I mean, the season, it wasn't bad. I don't think there is an actual, like, bad season of Game of Thrones. I just think there are, this most recent one is probably the weakest overall, but it has some really strong moments. And the production value, like, it's shot like an actual feature film. Like, the earlier seasons of Game of Thrones, not, they look good, but they don't look like something you'd watch in a movie theater. But this past season, it looks like super high quality, like something you would go to the movie theater and see, which is really impressive. I think everyone on the crew did a great job. I think the writers did the best that they could without George Martin's books, and with the self-inflicted time constraints they imposed on the project. Finishing up this whole story in one season, 6 episodes, really, 9 hours, more like 8 hours, but that was it made it feel a little bit rushed, but they did what they could. You gotta appreciate the physical production aspect, the cinematography. The directors really delivered some solid stuff there. Okay, so I'm gonna check my phone. I'm just gonna double check our script here. I'll show you the well, I don't know if I want to show you the script, because this one's actually pretty fleshed out. I just want to make sure I have everything shot here. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, okay, so there's one more shot I need to do, I'm pretty sure. Let's just... Yeah, okay, so this shot is like... There's like a serious conversation happening in one scene, and then we zoom into Obi-Wan's brain, and he's like Link from Legend of Zelda, just like riding the little boat from Wind Waker, with the Wind Waker music playing, and he's just not paying attention at all, and that plays into the scene quite a bit, but because they're talking about something really important, and he's just like completely zoned out on these pills he really shouldn't be taking. There are people who need prescription medicine, but Obi-Wan is not one of them in this episode, so therein lies the conflict. Okay. Okay, so that scene turned out pretty well. You'll see the finished version when the episode comes out, probably Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday, because I'm gonna be hard at work every day, spending probably 6 to 8 hours a day of my time cranking out this full season of Lego Motel episodes for you guys, and we'll be able to have an episode a week for 6 or 7 weeks, and that'll be great. So it's like the summer of Lego Motel, basically. Yeah, Lego Pete loved the water bottles and coffee cup. Yeah, man, that was my favorite part. I really hope they make an action figure of that water bottle and that coffee cup. Those are the best characters. Really happy with that. Okay, so I'm just going to go hopefully I don't destroy this set. I'm going to go put it back on the shelf. Alright. So I'm going to be back in just a minute, like probably less than a minute. I'm just going to go grab a piece of set that I need. 1 second, guys. All right, I'm back. Okay, so I was just grabbing this. It's like my little Legend of Zelda Wind Waker little playset here. I got this like 3 years ago in the hopes that it would make an interesting cutaway gag, like something I could use for humor in an episode of Lego Motel. And here we are 3, maybe even 4 years later now, and I'm finally using it. So that's cool. Because I didn't want to shoehorn it into an episode. I wanted it to feel natural. Because the set's cool, and I knew there's potential to it, but I didn't want it to be like super dusty. This is like a couple of years of dust, I'm pretty sure. This has been sitting in the other room for a long time. Okay, I'm going to just turn this fan on, get the dust moving. I just turned a little fan on to the left here. Let me know if that really messes with the audio. If it does, I can turn it off. Just getting rid of all this crap. Okay, so what I need to do here is I need to get my iPad. I need to just jump on Google Images and find like a background that's consistent with like the Wind Waker world, like some kind of sky backdrop thing. Let's see if I can. Oh, that's not a phenomenal angle here. This is a little better. All right. Okay, so I'm just gonna see what I can find. Use Teletubby Land. Oh, that's a good one. I don't have a set like that. There was a scene I cut that was basically it was this type of thing again. Like you zoom into Obi-Wan's head and he's in like basically La La Land, and I was gonna use Putt Putt. You ever play those old Putt Putt games? Like the little purple car who's like driving around helping people. I was gonna have him do that. But I think I might be doing that as a gag in a different episode now. There's a potential 7th episode to this season. Right now I'm definitely doing 6. But if I do the 7th one, that's going to be where I would absolutely use Putt Putt. But I might be able to squeeze it in, if it works, in a different episode. Audio sounds fine? Alright, great. Alright. So we're on Google. Let's go to we'll go to Images. And we'll just type in Wind Waker Sky. And we'll pick a backdrop here. Oh, okay. Alright. Let's see here. We'll do this together. I'm going to full screen one of these and drop the iPad behind the set. And I don't know, should I use the island part or should I just use the water? I'll have to it depends on what kind of backdrop we can find. How do I get out of here? Oh, okay. I just scroll down. See more. Alrighty. What do we got? It seems like the first few results. Yeah, the first few results were definitely the better ones. This is just getting into actual like gameplay stuff. Alright. Well, how do I go back? Hey. What the heck, man? What's up, Lego Pete? What are you up to? Alright, let's hit the back. Okay, there you go. There's the first batch of results here. I think our top contender is going to be this. It's not... I don't think this is official artwork, but this is like probably our best option here. Let's see if we can full screen that. Is there like a save image option here? Is this the full screen option? Oh no, this is like, it's like playing a video. I don't, what? What? What is going on? Okay. Alright, man. This is getting a little too... I'm just going to do the old home button, sleep wake button screenshot. Alright, and then go into my photos. Okay, and then you do this, you full screen it, you pop it back here. Okay, oh, alright. So you're going to fit the iPad between some studs so that it doesn't. Alright. So that is what we're working with here. Since it's a bright sunny day we're going to turn on the extra light here. So that's going to work pretty well. A little bit of dust I missed here now that the light's on. Okay. Alright. So what I need now are my weights. I have a bunch of weights I use. I have like a little kind of Steadicam setup, and these are the weights I use. I'm going to use those to weigh down the set a little bit. So we'll put one. These are like pretty heavy, so they'll lock down any set that's kind of free floating like this. One here. We'll put one on the edge here, just grabbing the lip there, and we'll try to slide the set around. It's still sliding a little bit, so I'll grab another one. I'll put it here. Let's see if we can get it on the lip. Okay, now we're not moving at all. Okay, so I want to grab Obi-Wan and put him in like some kind of Legend of Zelda costume here. So let me go see what I can find. Alright, so I found like a good torso for it. I think that'll work really well. It's not exactly Wind Waker, but it works fairly well. I just need to find the right pants. So here's my link that I'm basing it off of. So for the pants, we're going to want we'll go with more green. We might be able to get away with brown. Alright, so we got our two options here. We got brown, which is basically just Santa's elf. And we got green. All green. Let's try to put him in the boat here. So I don't know if this scene is actually going to make it into the thing. This is pretty ridiculous. Peter Pan hat would be perfect. I wish I had that. Let's see here. Okay, so... We're going to want to raise the setup a little bit, probably. I wonder what the best way to do that would be without messing with it. We might just be fine. We might just have to shoot it at a low angle so you can't see the edge of the iPad there, and just use every trick in the book to kind of cover that up. I think that's probably our best bet. Yeah, well, we shoot it from a low angle. I think we'll be good. We could keep that out of focus. Yeah, we'll keep it out of focus, shoot it at a low angle. What's going on, Brick Lewine? What's up? This is Obi-Wan basically in La La Land after taking too many pills. That's what we're going for here. Let me grab the camera. I think we might be able to stay on our macro lens for this. Let's see here. Yeah, alright. Yeah, we can pull this off with the macro lens. We're just going to have to bring it back quite a bit. A little further back. Yeah, this is going to be funny. Alright, this looks pretty good. Wasn't sure if this was going to look good. But yeah, once you use this type of lens, like a really long lens like this, everything gets blurry and it starts looking nice. Alright. We can go a little further back. I just got to push my chair to the side so the camera has room to move back. Yeah, alright. And then we'll tilt up just a smidge. Okay. That's looking good. Alright. Okay. So here, I'll show you what I got. You're making your own version of Lego Motel? That's awesome. You gotta send me that. Okay. So, again, the webcam is not really going to do this justice, but that's looking good. You got a little bit of the water going on down here. Sky, little hut, little tiki head there going on. Let's see if we get closer, you get that's a better idea of the lighting. It's not going to be in focus though. Maybe if we just pull back just a little bit, now it's going to start overexposing. I'm not going to play around with the camera settings on the webcam because that's just a little bit of a waste of time. But because this looks good right there like that. Let's get a little further back here. We'll try to find the right angle. Okay. Well, that ain't it. Okay, here we go. That's looking pretty good. So that gives you a good idea of what I got going on here. Just tilt this up. And then, you know what, I can actually... I forget which one has the new batteries in it. I'm gonna use this light and just give him a nice dome light coming from over here, which is gonna completely ruin this angle, but it'll make for a better shot. It'll ruin the webcam's angle on it, so I'm gonna have to find a way around that. Okay, so we can just kind of grip this to the table. I think that might be the best option here. I don't know if that's gonna work. Nah, it's not gonna work. Alright. Okay. Alright, sorry about this. Very scuffed cinematography on the webcam, my bad. Okay, that's pretty good. Gives you a little bit of an idea of what's going on here. I can even move my keyboard back. And then go a little further back here. But yeah, okay, so let me just give you a wider shot of the my setup here. So we got big fat double light going on over here, which is kind of filling the whole set with light. We get a little bit of backlight from the iPad, but that's environmental. It's not really lighting the scene. And then we have our light here from top down, filling it in. And that's giving us a really nice bright look over here. Looks like he's in Wind Waker. That's awesome. All right. Cool. So here we go. This won't be too bad of an angle on the webcam. You can kind of see I have weights here to lock the set down. iPad for background. And I just showed you the lighting setup. So for those of you guys still watching, I really appreciate you checking this out. And for everybody watching this after it's been uploaded, leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see on this season of Lego Motel, because I'm shooting a whole season of Lego Motel right now. And once the whole season is shot, about a week from now, then I will start releasing one episode a week for 6 or 7 weeks. And it's going to be a blast. This is the summer of Lego Motel. And then after that, I'm going back to the Lego Batman series. Okay, so we're just making sure everything's in focus here. I think Obi-Wan is basically he's just gonna be sticking out there like he is, and then the main movement is gonna be just like this guy's head. Okay, so we're shooting our first frame. Oh, let me just level this shot up. Alright, we're level. Okay. We're shooting a frame. We're moving the head a little bit. We're shooting a frame. Oh, you know what? We might need to move the iPad a little bit this way and then reset. Yep. Yeah, we were seeing the edge of the iPad, so that won't cut it. So we'll go back to 1. Alright, we're shooting a frame. We're moving the head a little bit. Moving the head a little bit. Alright, the Fast and Fried plot will definitely be brought up again. It's being evolved in this next episode. I talked about it a little bit earlier. So right off the bat in this new episode, the first episode of season 5, we're gonna check up on Fast and Fried. We're gonna see how Fast and Fried's doing. Palpatine, Mickey Mouse is now involved. Fast and Fried will be acknowledged in the first episode and will play somewhat of a role throughout the season. As far as I see it, though, we did have a little bit of a resolution for Fast and Fried in the last, what was it, episode 20? But I think it's worth bringing it up every now and then during the show. But I like to move into new territory. Palpatine's got a new product he's peddling now, so that's going to be fun. And I like to evolve the story a little bit. And the Fast and Fried will be mentioned, for sure, and it will be somewhat part of it. But we've had already a few episodes, like probably more than a few, where Fast and Fried was a heavy focus. So I don't want to overdo that. I think those episodes I did are fresh. But if I keep going back to that it might not be as satisfying. But so Fast and Fried is definitely going to be a part of this season, but it's not the main focus. There's a new product Palpatine's trying to peddle, and it's a fun one. And whereas the Fast and Fried thing was commentary on junk food and people eating too much junk food, we're now doing Palpatine is taking a step further, and so am I with the themes of the show. We're going into prescription pill abuse. You know, a lot of people need prescription medication, but some people abuse it. People who don't need it, and that's going to be a topic we cover. For better or worse, I think that's going to be pretty interesting. Okay. All right, so let's check our work here. And if we got this. This is the last shot of this episode. We'll be done with episode 25. Yep, and we can just rock this back and forth. Move his head that way, and then move his head back, and just repeat these frames. Because I'm shooting a whole season of the show in a week, so we're going to have a lot of this, where you shoot something going one way, and then you can just rock it back and forth if you want to have his head go the other way. So his head will just be moving back and forth. And we'll have Obi-Wan right there going, woo! And that'll be neat. What about Druggy not being on drugs? What do you mean? Please elaborate. Did I do an episode where Druggy stops doing drugs permanently? I don't think I did. If I did, then shame on me. I don't remember. Oh, we could do a plastic surgery thing with Druggy, but I'm already doing some of that in this episode with Palpatine. Palpatine's gonna be back, and he's gonna look like he's looked the whole series. At the end of episode 20, he turned into like this Darth Sidious type of guy, but he got plastic surgery, and he's kind of peddling this lie that the pills he's trying to sell are not only made him happier, but they also fixed his horrific deformation. So plastic surgery. We already kind of hit that note in this episode, but all right, that's a wrap on this episode. We shot the whole thing. We shot like 90% of it yesterday, like 95% of it or so, and now see what the big difference lighting makes. That's without lights, and that's a lit set. Totally different. Yeah, Game of Thrones parody commentary. I was thinking of not doing a Lego Motel episode, per se, like a numbered episode, but doing a... like I did the truth about Force Awakens, the truth about Last Jedi. I was thinking it might be interesting to maybe do like a Game of Thrones debate between Obi-Wan and Mace Windu. That would be something interesting to explore once I'm done shooting this next season. As you can see, it's really hot in here, so I'm like a little bit red, a little bit sweaty, but all right, so let's see what we got here. All right, so this is all the stuff we shot today. Let's just try to get a good angle here. Let's actually, what we can do is turn off the lights in the room, and then yeah, all right, that's a little better. Okay, so this is all stuff from yesterday. This is today. We shot that. That, and we shot the Wind Waker thing. This is footage from a long time ago. Okay. So yeah, this is looking pretty good. It looks like he's in Wind Waker. That turned out way better than I thought it would. I thought I was gonna have to cut this, but this is definitely gonna end up in the show. All right, cool. Okay, so we've just shot, well, in the past hour I've shot like 3 shots, but between yesterday and now, this past whatever 80 minutes I've been streaming, we've finished episode 25 of Lego Motel. Tonight, off stream, I'm going to crank out the entirety of episode 26, and then as soon as I'm done shooting that, I'm going to probably just stay up late and figure out what I'm doing with 27 exactly. 27's a good one. It's going to be called No Droids Allowed, and we're going to be following R2-D2 and C-3PO on a wild adventure when they get separated from their owners. That's going to be a fun episode, little droid adventure, the plight of being a droid. 26 is going to be a Batman-centric episode. I mentioned that earlier. I don't want to give away what that one is. It's pretty good. It's going to be funny. So, 28 is... Do you guys want me to give you a basic rundown of what the different episodes are going to be this season? Like, just really general topics? 28 is going to be... Hopefully, that might get moved to episode 30. Depending on how the writing turns out. If I write it in a way where it would really be better to have the new Harry Potter sets coming out July 1st, then I might push 30 to the end of the season and then shoot everything around the sets I don't have and then shoot the last scenes where I need the new sets once I get the new sets on July 1st. We'll have to see. We could probably still release it halfway through the season. It wouldn't have to be pushed all the way to the end because I'm going to get the sets right when they come out. So we could just leave all the stuff with the new sets for pickups. I don't know. We'll see how that is. But let me know in the chat if you guys want to know what the episodes are. I can give you just a brief rundown of what we're going to be doing. I'm sorry the camera's so close to my face. I just don't want to I don't want to put on the be right back thing and then put the camera back on its mount and then come back in and I just kind of want I'm in the zone. I just want to talk to you guys real quick here. I'll probably be streaming for at least another 20 minutes. Just chatting with you guys. But, oh, what do you got, Studio Smith? I'm open to ideas. I'm open to suggestions. What do you got? Okay, so I'll give. Someone said yes, please. JTH Studios wants to know. So I'll just run through the episodes real quick. I'm not going to give you the titles. I'm just going to give you a very basic rundown of what's happening in that episode and what it's about. So 25, the one we just finished shooting, is going to be Palpatine essentially peddling his new sketchy prescription drug that Obi-Wan is then going to convince himself he needs for some reason, and then get addicted to prescription pills. And hilarity ensues, of course. And then 26 is Batman making a change in his life, and he thinks it's going to be for the better, but it's not. It's a Batman-centric episode, obviously. That's 26. And then 27 is called No Droids Allowed, and it's about C-3PO and R2-D2 going on an adventure together after they get abandoned by their masters accidentally. You know, like Obi and Mace and Indy, they all get drunk at the cantina, and they leave their droids behind, and they got to make it out in the real world on their own. And R2 goes one way, and C-3PO goes the other way, and they meet back up, and they've had very different adventures, but they're together for part of it. What's going on, Working Animations? Welcome to the chat. As soon as I'm done shooting this season, about this time next week, I'll be done shooting the season, and I'll be in a position where I'm just doing the voices and editing and delivering one Lego Motel episode per week for the next 6 weeks. During that whole period of editing and finalizing these episodes and releasing them, that whole time I'm going to be working on Arkham City Volume 5, which is going to be epic. After a year of writing and rewriting and planning and replanning and doing test shoots and writing again, then rewriting for the 9th time, I have a really good script for Arkham City Volume 5, and it's gonna be amazing. I hope. I haven't made it yet. I think it's gonna turn out great, and that's gonna be my next project. You can expect that in July. And okay, so after 27, we have Lego Motel 28, which is, the title is pretty ridiculous. I don't know if we're gonna keep the title, so I don't want to say it. But the title is just crazy. But it's the Harry and Dumbledore episode. I'm planning that for 28. And it's we're gonna pick up kind of where we left off in the last Harry and Dumbledore episode, where Voldemort kind of kidnaps Harry. So we're gonna catch up with Harry and Dumbledore, and we're gonna see what they're up to and how Harry gets out of a sticky situation, we're gonna call it. Yeah, more Arkham City. Who's the villain for this season? Are you talking about Arkham City, or are you by this season? Do you mean Lego Motel? Let me know for the villain quote unquote for this season of Lego Motel. I guess would be Palpatine and Mickey Mouse, but every episode's going to be a little bit different. But Arkham City, it's the culmination of all the villains we've been building up. Some villains get away, but we're going to be closing out the story. We're going to be landing the story for a lot of the villains in my Batman series in Arkham City Volume 5. I don't have a concrete plan what's going to happen after this, after the whole Arkham City thing is over. I'm going to have to do a lot of thinking about that, but Arkham City is going to be so epic that it'll hold you guys over probably for a while. It's going to be at least 10 minutes long, maybe longer, all together, all said and done. With credits and everything at the end, it's probably going to be like 11 or 12 minutes. But, okay, so 29 right now it's called 200 IQ. And it's like all the Obi, Mace, and Indy, they get into an argument about who the smart one of the group is, right? And they all think they're the smart one. And they get an IQ test, and the results are very surprising, and it leads to hilarity, of course, because it's Lego Motel. You mean the villain for Arkham City? Arkham City Volume 5 is going to have a lot of different villains. We're going to be landing the story for a lot of the villains. We're picking up with villains like Two-Face. We're going to see what happens to Mr. Freeze's wife. We're going to... Nora Freeze, I believe, is her name. The Riddler is not going to show up. I'm saving him for later in the series. When we go beyond Arkham City into the next, I guess, chapter or season, I guess you'd call it, of my Lego Batman series, we'll start seeing people like Black Mask, like Riddler, more Harley Quinn, more Joker, that kind of thing. And there's a pretty solid twist at the end of Arkham City Volume 5. And so we're going to have Joker, we're going to have Bane, we're wrapping up a lot of different stories like Two-Face, Bane, Killer Croc. A lot of these guys were coming in for a landing. Alright, JG Studios, I really appreciate you stopping by. You have a good rest of your day. I appreciate you watching. If you guys are watching and you haven't liked the video yet, I would appreciate it if you gave the video a like. That's always cool. But so episode 29, I just told you what that's about. It's called 200 IQ. And then episode 30 is about Obi-Wan. Well, how do I say this without kind of just giving away the whole thing? Okay, so Obi-Wan finds a stray cat, and they become like best friends, and he loves this cat. And then Short Round is reintroduced, and we meet Short Round's real father, and Indiana Jones, because he used to be kind of the father figure in Short Round's life. He gets kind of jealous between them. There's that kind of subplot going on in that episode. And then also, Obi-Wan thinks that Short Round's dad, because he's Japanese, when Obi-Wan's cat goes missing, he thinks that Short Round's dad, like, stole his cat and is feeding it to people at his Asian restaurant. That's kind of that episode. To be developed more. That one's like the last one of the season, so I have a very short blurb in my phone about that episode. I'm gonna have to probably when I finish shooting 29, then I'll get into writing 30. And the order of the episodes might change. I don't know. But okay, guys. So I'm just gonna put on the be right back thing for like a minute tops, and just put the camera somewhere where I don't have to hold it handheld, like back on the mount here, and then I'll talk to you guys for a little bit more. You want to see Obi-Wan with the cat, JTH Studios? Well, that's what you're going to see. Right now it's planned to be episode 30, but oops. Camera's slipping around on the tripod. Right now the cat episode is going to be like 30. I have a bunch of cats, and I love those cats. And I'm going to get them in for a bunch of audio recording. I'm going to record real sounds from my cats, and they're going to voice the cats. And I think there's going to be... We'll see how it goes. I'm going to reach out to some other people, like the Action Brick, and a few other brick filmers that I've worked with, and I'm going to see if they want to do a couple of voices this season on Lego Motel, just like short cameos or something. I think that'd be pretty fun. I'm going to put on the Be Right Back screen really quick, and then we will resume this in a minute when I have a better camera angle. All right, 1 second, guys. All right. Okay, we'll tilt this down just a bit. All right. Cool. That was too far. All right. There we go. Okay. Yeah, all right. So we got JTH Studios and Studio Smith who want to do some voices on this. I will actually reach out to you guys. I'm going to think of roles that I can kind of divvy out to people, and I will actually be in contact with you guys. If you're not following me on Twitter, I'm pretty sure both of you are. I will reach out to you guys, and JTH Studios, I'm going to record those Dark Side lines this week. Hopefully I can get around to that tonight, but if not, then tomorrow. So I'm going to see if I can get that done. My desk is a huge mess here. Let me just clear a few things off. But, yeah, so also another thing I just want to bring up again, if you guys want to check out the Game of Bricks store, I would really recommend it. They have some really good lighting setups for brick films, for just making your Lego sets look cooler, all of that kind of stuff. I would highly recommend it. this is just a taste of what they got going on. When I'll do another live stream later on. I might do another live stream next week as I'm finishing up season 5. It'd be cool to have like a wrap stream where, like I stream myself filming the last scenes of season 5. That would be super fun, and we could all like celebrate on stream. Like, oh, I just shot a whole season of Lego Motel in a week, guys. Check it out. You know, that'd be a lot of fun. So we'll see. Nice camera quality. You talking about my webcam? What you talking about? League of Extraordinary Wizards. I have ideas for another one, but it's like with that first episode of League of Extraordinary Wizards, that one episode that I did, I kind of put all of my ideas for that show into that episode. I realized, so it's taken me some time. I think I've had enough time. It's been about 5 years or so that I can go back and come up with some new stuff. Maybe post season 5 of Lego Motel. But yeah, so season 5 of Lego Motel is in production. We just on stream wrapped up the first episode of the season, which was a longer one, so that took a couple of days' work. Yesterday, I did the lion's share of it, and tonight I'm going to be shooting all of episode 26. Tomorrow I'm going to hopefully shoot all of 27 if I can tweak the script tonight and get it in a place where I'm happy with it, and it's fairly short, about 2 to 3 minute episode. I can shoot all that tomorrow and knock out one episode a day until I have 6 or 7 episodes in the can by this time next week. So hopefully we can do another stream on Tuesday or Wednesday next week where I'll be back here with you guys shooting the last shots, not of an episode, but of the whole season. I think that would be really fun. Yeah, I got a new webcam. It's super good. I used to use my built-in webcam on my Mac, but then I realized, like, why not just splurge like the $60 and just get a Logitech C920 and have a decent cam for streaming. So, okay, let's just look at what else Game of Bricks has. Like, this site is really cool. Do any of you guys already have stuff from them? Because I think this one's nice. I like this one because this one has a bunch of different colored ones. And that's always good. A lot of interior lighting, a lot of different colors going on there. Alright, Brick LeWine wants to do some voices too. Alright, I'm going to watch this stream back. I'll watch back the live chat replay, and I'll make a mental note of everyone who wants to do voices. If you have Twitter, make sure to follow me on Twitter, and like you can send me a direct message. Fear not. I won't get annoyed at all. Just send me direct messages and let me know you want to do voices. And that way I have like an actual log on my Twitter of all the people that want to do it, and an easy way to just kind of reach back out to you so that you can do some voices. If I don't get to you, I apologize, but I'm going to try to get to everyone and see if I can sneak at least a tiny cameo for everyone who wants to do a voice to get in there. I think that would make Season 5 even more special. And I think it's going to do wonders for our little Lego Motel community, the Lego Story Workshop people who watch this channel, to just have an episode of Lego Motel every week for over a month, for like 6 weeks, 7 weeks. That's almost 2 months straight of Lego Motel every week. That's going to be great. I think people are, without a doubt, going to enjoy the consistency of the uploads. And I'm really keeping an eye on the quality of every episode. I just want to make sure if it's, I don't want to. Every episode needs to have at least one or two, very least one or two jokes that every time I read the joke, I laugh out loud. And this episode has a few. The one we just finished, 25. That episode has a few jokes where every time I recite them in my head, how I'm going to do the voice, and I read what I have in the outline, the script, I laugh out loud, and it's. There's some good stuff in that, and even in 26, there's a few jokes in there that I laugh out loud at every time. The rest of it's pretty funny, but you got to have at least 2 or 3 that no matter how many times I read the joke, I laugh out loud. That's my litmus test to see how potent this joke is. Can these 3 jokes carry this episode with the rest of it being pretty funny? And that's how I go. Yeah, I would do a room tour. But my room is like a huge mess right now because whenever I do stop motion, my room just becomes a disaster. So I don't know if I want to do one right now. Nor do I think my webcam would reach all the way around the room. I could do like a wide pan of the whole room. Do I want to do that? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's pretty messy in here. Can I reach to you on Instagram? Yeah. My Instagram should be linked on my channel. If you go over to my channel, you should be able to see. You should be able to see what's going on over there. Like you go to like my other pages, where to reach me, that type of thing on my channel. I think Instagram is linked on there. So you can definitely reach out to me on Instagram, reach out to me on Twitter. I think YouTube has a messaging system still, right? It's different, but they still have it. You can reach out to me there. And I'll try to give everybody their little cameo. Last year I was thinking about doing a Lego Motel movie, and now I realize it would probably just be better to just, instead of wasting all this time trying to make like an hour-long Lego Motel movie, why not just do like, you know what I mean, like 20 or 30 minutes of really solid Lego Motel in the form of a season. Just shoot a whole season of this. It's like a mini season of a mini show. And I think that'll be really cool. So, yeah. This Game of Brick stuff is really cool. So, at the end of, when Lego Motel episode 25 comes out, at the end of the episode, I'm going to have details about how to enter a giveaway I'm doing, sponsored by Game of Bricks. They've been gracious enough to let me know that I can pick a winner, and that winner will receive this light kit, the light kit for the Avengers compound, and they will ship it out. So you would just have to give me your, if you were comfortable with it, if you want the set, if you're the winner, you would just give me your shipping address, where you want the set sent to, and then I would give that over to them, and then they would ship you out the set. So, and if the winner doesn't respond in like a day or two, then I would just pick a different winner. And the winner will be announced so the giveaway will be announced at the end of episode 25, and the winner will be announced at the end of episode 26 of Lego Motel. So that'll be great. Season 5, we're doing big things. We're consistent. We're going to be really funny. There's going to be more episodes than last season, better episodes than last season, hopefully. I mean, it's really an opinion thing. But I'm trying to make them better. And also we're incorporating like a little giveaway at the end of the episode. And hopefully we can do a giveaway every month with Game of Bricks. That would be super cool. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I just started this partnership with them. I love their product. I want to help spread the word about it. And we'll see where this goes. So, yeah, Season 5. I'm shooting all of Season 5 for those of you just joining. The entirety of Lego Motel Season 5 is being shot over a period of 10 days that started a couple of days ago. So by this time next week, I should have a whole season of Lego Motel shot, and it'd just be a matter of editing it, producing, you know, the voices and sound effects and all of that, and delivering the episode. So if I reach out to someone to do voices, it's probably going to be later in the season, so I can give them a couple of weeks to do the voices. It's going to be fantastic. And then after that, while I'm delivering once a week episodes of Lego Motel Season 5, during that whole period, while I'm editing Lego Motel and delivering it every week, between that, I'll be shooting Arkham City Volume 5. So by the time Season 5 of Lego Motel ends, we'll probably have a 1 or 2 week break on the channel, and then Arkham City Volume 5 will drop probably at the end of July. If we can go mid-July, that would be nice, but I'm probably going to end up being the end of July at this rate, because it's going to be a big one. Oh, yeah. Okay, like just a tour of my Funko Pops only. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I think that might be a good idea to do another video like that, because I haven't bought a Funko Pop in a while. The last one I got was a Game of Thrones one a couple of weeks ago. I got Lord Varys. I've always wanted him as a Funko Pop, the one Lord Varys from Game of Thrones. So even though I hadn't bought a Funko Pop in over a year now, I was just like, I need that one at least, you know. And hopefully that doesn't start a new addiction again. But I've always thought it would be cool to line up all like 400 of my Funko Pops, just like cover a wall with them and just stack them up to the ceiling and just pan the camera across and like talk about different themes that I have and just have this massive wall of Funko Pops just for a day and then make the video and then take it down. I think that would be really cool. That would be pretty awesome. Alright, yeah, I'm glad you guys are liking the schedule. I'll probably keep going for like 15 minutes or whatever. We can, here, let's switch to this. Give you guys something like visually interesting to look at. Hey, it's the Action Brick. What's going on, man? It's great to see you in the chat. So, we just finished the first episode of LEGO MOTEL Season 5. And this next 7-day period, I'm going to be shooting the rest of the season. We're going to have a whole season of LEGO MOTEL shot. And I'd love for you to do a cameo in an episode or two. I'll reach out to you on Twitter about that. We can talk about that if you're interested. And yeah, I think that'd be really cool. Get some more voices in LEGO MOTEL. Do some cameos. Okay, yeah, I could do Lego and action figure stuff too. Show off some of that stuff. Have you guys ever played Ori and the Blind Forest? This game is amazing. This is like one of my favorite games. Oh, I died instantly. This may actually be my favorite game. It's visually stunning. The music is incredible. Let's see if I can turn the music up here in the settings. No, we're good. It's all good. We don't need the game sound. I keep dying. Haven't played this in a little while. But, okay. Alright, here we go. We're gonna try again. It does play better with a controller. The keyboard functionality on this game is like, it's tough. Cause you want to stick to a wall, you gotta use your pinky and like reach over and press shift, and like it's pretty tough. All right, right on, man. So I'll definitely reach out to you once with like maybe probably a few options of different characters you could do. You could do them all if you want, but if you want to let me know like what type of voices you prefer doing, that'd be great. So I could pick like a character that suits you really well. But if you want to just leave it up to me, I'm happy to pick a couple of characters for you to do. Oh man, I gotta get used to this. Okay. Alright. Why did I save the game when I had such low health? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm screwed. Oh. There we go. Made it. Oh, shoot. This is like my third time playing the game, so I don't remember what abilities I've unlocked yet. Let's go to one of my other saves where I have all the abilities, so I don't have to worry about it. All right, yeah. So I'll probably stream for like another 15 minutes or so, maybe a little bit more. We'll see. Oh yeah. Okay. So I have a Discord server. Let me actually, I can link that in the chat if anybody wants to join my Discord server. I don't do anything with it. I'm gonna try to use it for stuff, but I don't know quite exactly what that's gonna be yet. But all right, so we copied the link here. Okay, so I'm dropping a link to my Discord in chat. You go to that link, and that'll be your invite to my Discord server. If you want to jump in there, we'll probably use that at some point for stuff. I don't know what stuff that's going to be, but it'll come in handy. If I'm ever doing a stream and I want to bring a bunch of people into a call or something, you want to call in, that'd be the place to do it. Stuff like that I think would be useful for, or just another way to keep in touch with me if you're not like an Instagram, Twitter type person. Yeah, Trooper Geo, you're already in that server. You were like the first person to join it. I think we have like 3 people in there right now. Oh, right on. You're still working on your Batman animation. That's awesome, man. you've been working on that for a while. Is that going to be a long one? Like, how long is that thing going to be? How's it going? I'd love to know more about it. Man, I did those voices so long ago, I kind of forget who I even played. Like, what characters I even did. Oh, shoot. I don't know. I forget the controls. Okay, that. Press down to break through stuff. Oh, crap. Okay, right mouse click to stop time and bounce. Okay. Oh man, I'm getting wrecked. Oh, and then arrow and jump to burst through stuff. Jump. I died. Alright. Oh crap. Oh. Sure. Oh man. This is tough. What's up, Trooper Geo? What's the bad news? Give me the bad news, Doc. I can take it. Oh man, right into the fire. This is my first time back playing this game after a week or two off. Should not be the final boss level. It's a little too ambitious, actually. And down, and drop, and down, and in the water. Alright, and spacebar to swim fast. Kill the fish. Spacebar. Oh shoot. And then like that. Yeah. All right. I'm getting back in the groove of this. Oh shoot! 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 Oh, did he get me? No, he didn't get me. All right, dude. I just beat the final boss. That's amazing. Spoilers for the people who haven't played this game. Oh, okay, yeah. Ahmet Karsar in the chat. He's the guy who actually like knows how to use Discord, and he made that page for me. He made my Discord for me for Lego Story Workshop. So first of all, thank you, and second of all, yeah, whatever you need to fix, like go ahead and fix it. I trust you. I think the term "I hate my life" is necessary. LMAO. What are you talking about, man? What happened? What are you talking about? Well, yeah, anyway, so for people who are just joining, like, you can definitely go back and watch the VOD, like the upload of this stream where I talked about Game of Bricks, really cool website that I partnered the channel with, and they make little light kits for Legos. We shot the last few scenes for episode 25 of Lego Motel, and this week, for those of you who've been here the whole stream, you're probably sick of hearing me say it, but we're shooting a whole season of Lego Motel this week. And we'll be releasing it one per week for a little while, probably 6 or 7 weeks. Okay, Oak99 is saying your cameo as a crooked cop and a doctor at Arkham. Oh yeah, okay. It's been over a year. It's been on and off process. Trying some new stuff never tried before based on some other animations. Looking for a new style like you told me to. Yeah, alright. Cool, man. It should be 10 minutes long. 10 minutes. Solid length. You can fit more ads in there. That's where it's at. Oh man, there's a girl you like who's dating your best friend. That's never fun. But you know what? Sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. And it probably hurts, man. You're probably feeling like crap, but I'm here for you. If you need to talk, I'm here for you, dude. Are you in high school? What grade are you in? Like, what I wanna get an idea of where you're at, because depending on your age, that can be the whole best friend dating the girl you like thing. It hits you in different ways depending what stage of life you're in. It'd be interesting to know. But yeah, if you don't want to talk about it anymore in chat, that's cool. But if you want to reach out to me on Twitter or Discord or whatever, I'm happy to talk with you about it, man. I'll be your big brother on this one if you need. Remember Spider-Man from 2001? Harry knew Peter wanted MJ. Harry and MJ dated, but that went to shit. Oh, wait at the storm and then grab her. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like that song from NSYNC, It's Gonna Be Me. That's your life right now. Kind of. Production been on hiatus for the past month because my external hard drive is taking forever to back it up. Needs to go through repairs. You're too scared to animate without a way to back it up. That's smart. Yeah, you're going to want a way to back that stuff up. Yeah, JTH Studios right. There are plenty of fish in the sea. And it's tough sometimes when you really like a girl, or if you're a girl and you really like a guy, it's like sometimes it seems like there's, you know, they're the only one, you know, and it's like if you can't get them, then like what are you gonna do? But that feeling doesn't last forever, and like I'm sorry you're going through that, and I wish you the best, and just keep busy, find some things you like doing, and I'm sure you'll do great. You'll find yourself a great girl. Time to join the Marines. Yeah, exactly. The Space Marines. Minute. DC TV Studios. What's going on? That's a familiar name. Yeah, what's up? It's great to see you in the chat. All right, so we're kind of wrapping up the stream here. I think we're probably gonna wrap things up here. I really appreciate everybody watching. This was a lot of fun. I might do another stream before next week, just doing some animation. I animate a lot faster when I'm not streaming it and explaining what I'm doing. So I might, for the sake of getting a full season shot in this 7 to 10 day period I've been talking about, I might just power through it and then do another stream this time next week to just show you guys like a celebratory stream almost, where I show you guys me shooting the last few shots of the whole season. And I can talk about what a wild ride it's about to be. I've only shot one episode. I got 5 or 6 more to go, depending on how many I can get written. And it's gonna be cool, man. I'm looking at a pretty intense week coming up. I got other stuff to do on top of it, but I'm trying to make 6 to 8 hours a day to shoot Lego Motel. And when I'm not shooting it, I'm gonna be writing tomorrow's episode. So today I'm shooting episode 26. And then tomorrow, I'm shooting 27. 26 is fully written, so I can just kind of power through that tonight. But as soon as I'm done shooting 26, I'm just going to have to do a lot more writing on 27 to make sure it's good. And the dialogue can always be tweaked later, so I just want to make sure I have a bare-bones script, couple of points where I got 2 or 3 heavy-hitter jokes that I know are going to, if you don't like any of the rest of the episode, those jokes will make you laugh. Make sure the episode has that, and then I know it's in a good place to start shooting, and I can always tweak the dialogue afterwards when I'm recording. Lego Motel forever, 100 years, 100 years Lego Motel, Morty. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm definitely I'll be back probably this time next week. We'll do another stream like this where I'll probably have a beard this long, and I'll have been done shooting an entire season of Lego Motel in 1 week. 1 episode a day. 1 episode a day, Morty. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be great. Okay, guys. So I really appreciate you watching. This has been really fun. Let me switch over to my full frame camera here. Okay. 9 more seasons. 100 years, Lego Motel. Alright. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate everybody stopping in. For those of you I talked to about doing voice cameos in this new season of Lego Motel, I'm going to reach out to you guys shortly, but for now, I'm going to go take care of some other life stuff, and then I'll be back not on stream, but I'll be back in this room, locked in here, finishing episode 26 in one night. And it's a simple episode. It's mainly dialogue. There's only one scene really that requires a lot of work. Maybe two scenes, and there aren't very many locations. There's the apartment out in the street, the other apartment, nighttime street, dance club. That's about it. So that's going to be a good one. So you can expect Lego Motel to premiere not this Friday, but the Friday after. And then from there, we'll have one episode a week for like 6 or 7 weeks. And it's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Like George Lucas said. Anyway. So, all right. Take care, guys. I really appreciate you watching. For those of you watching the VOD, feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know what you want to see in Season 5 of Lego Motel. If you leave the comment sometime between now and next Wednesday, I'll probably be able to see your idea and try to incorporate it into the season if I can. Thank you so much. Yeah. Love you guys. Have a great night.